Hi, everyone. My name is Harshit. I'm the Director of Business Alliances of two brilliant marketing SaaS tools, RankWatch and Websignals. Welcome to our today's Marketing Lego Thought Leader interview. We have an amazing marketer with us today. His name is Alex. Alex, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Harshit. My name is Alexander Skibinskiy, and I'm the owner of marketing agency called ALLDGT.com. It comes from All Digital. And I am also the founder of Ecommerce jewelry store, which is called Lee Adore, where we sell pre-owned jewelry. And recently, I also graduated GIA, Gemological Institute of America, and now I am expert in diamonds and colored stones too. This is short background about me.
Brilliant, Alex. And congratulations on your certification. I'm sure that's really hard earned. And there are very few marketers, especially, that go so down into their niche. I know All Digital has an expertise of marketing, high value, and especially jewelry online stores, e-commerce businesses. But I have never stumbled across any marketer who basically goes all the way into certification of their niche. And that's something which is remarkable and brilliant. So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying to do my best within the niche, and I'm very passionate. But we also cover not just jewelry, we do cover almost all the niches. But this is my main passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, Alex, please tell us a bit more about your journey so far, how you got to where you are today, and how was your life before All Digital and your online store?
Mhm. Oh, my life before marketing agency and before e-commerce store, that successful e-commerce store, was quite crazy.
Okay.
So my father passed away when I was young, so I had to do all sorts of jobs. And I also was selling jewelry on the streets many years ago. And while selling jewelry on the streets, I was dreaming about making money online.
That's quite fascinating. I'm sure, because of the family responsibilities, and how many people you got in your family right now?
So right now we are four
Okay.
people. Me, my brother, my mom, and stepfather as well.
And you're the child. Do you have any
have-
idea?
I had just a brother who is working with me as well.
He's elder to you or younger?
Older brother.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
So yeah, I was dreaming about making money online, so I started my first online blog. It was a blog about motivation, psychology, creativity. And this was when I made first money online. I was working with Google AdSense back in time.
Okay.
So I started just with making my first dollar a month. And then a few years later, that blog became viral.
Okay.
And I was making few thousands of dollars easily a month. And at that time, paid media marketing wasn't so competitive as it is right now. And I was investing money in Facebook paid ads.
Okay.
And I was making more money from my blog using Google AdSense and other affiliate programs.
That's really interesting. I remember some 6 years back, I believe, I was involved into a similar blog, a women-centric blog, targeting mainly US audience. And because that's really good audience to target to, and definitely the AdSense pays you crazy amount when you have such audience. I actually did multiple things back then and try to form that arbitrage where I was putting money onto Facebook. Sometimes it definitely helped me give a better ROI compared to the spend that I had on Facebook and then on the revenue that I was generating through Google. But that was something that I didn't find, I couldn't sustain it. To be honest, it was way too dependent on to how good your creative was and how low cost per click you can get. But definitely then we moved on. And even the blog was doing pretty good organically as well. I think at that point of time, we were getting around 700K monthly visits. But then gradually, I think we lost interest, I would say, and moved on to other things. But yeah, but it's so good to see you succeed in that. What happened then with that blog?
So that blog, and also besides that, I was running paid ads. I had like social media pages that helped us to get the traffic, right? We were like collaborating with other pages, building our own followers, and we were able to drive traffic from social media to the website. And then Facebook introduced the new algorithms, and my business model wasn't so sustainable. And the market, paid media market, also changed. So I had to sell the website, sell the pages, and I moved to other businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the same experience as you, almost moving to other
Yeah,
business.
yeah. It was pretty tricky. I was still happy with the organic traffic I was getting. But the eventual problem was like without arbitrage, I found it really hard to scale it to the level and the time and the energy that I was investing into it. So I think that was one of the prime reasons that I moved on.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking back in time that, okay, this is not $1 million idea. I have to find something else.
Yeah. I think, Alex, one of the more thing that since you talked about like you were involved into selling jewelry offline, right?
Yeah.
You were selling it on streets. How exactly the idea came that you want to do it online? What was the source of inspiration or the push that you got to move to the online vertical?
Yeah, since the young age, I was like crazy about. I grew up differently than my colleagues, and because I had to think differently a little bit because of the situation in the family. And I was crazy about reading all the books about how to make money, became rich, all the stuff. And yeah, and basically I was passionate about internet, and I started to Google everything. I started everything just out of curiosity, how to make this. I made my first website on my own and learned in that way. So this is how everything step by step. I made my first dollar. It gave me crazy motivation. Okay, I can do more than that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. That's really wonderful. So, Alex, like from blog, how exactly you branched out and then you started out your online store, jewelry store, and then you moved to the agency, right?
Yeah.
How did that transition happen? Jewelry, I understand, but why agency?
So marketing was my main passion mostly, right?
Yep.
When I just started, like online marketing, blogging, paid media. So this was my passion. Then I had to step out of this passion to create my e-commerce business, family business. But I am there. I am also like only focusing on marketing. And then I said, okay, a few years ago, I said, okay, now it's time to develop my own marketing agency because this is something that I like. Everything that is related to my family jewelry business, marketing wise, everything there is automated. And when needed, my marketing team, I have quite a few people in my team, they help me to execute everything. But everything, the strategy and the business model that we have, everything is automated. Yeah. So it gives me right now, it gives me time to invest in other businesses or explore other ideas that I have. For example, like I was able to go to study properly, studied what I like in London. So right now I have this opportunity. So I created this opportunity for myself.
I think marketing automation, one of the biggest benefit is that I think that's the core of automation as well. If there is a repeatable job, automation solves it and saves you tons of time. So
Yeah.
that's, I think, one of the really good investment that companies should do and gives them a really good scope to scale up their operations.
Definitely. But this is when you already have something that is proven and it's working. Yeah. But otherwise, everything is done manually.
Without first step solved of having traffic and like a lead engine on your website, I think automation is the middle step.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Alex, tell us more about All Digital, the services that you offer, and what exactly do you mean when you say done for you?
When it comes to done for you service, I don't have any like fixed packages when it comes to done for you services. Every client for me is unique. And I try to figure out solutions or number of services which I consider will help that brand to figure out if they have a scalable business model or not. Right. So, and based on my knowledge, I can advise, okay, you should go with Google Ads first to validate the product, see how it goes. Okay, you should go with Facebook ads, see how it goes. Okay, you shouldn't invest in paid media, try better marketplace strategies. So yeah,
So
but
everything is like tailor made, and so nothing like you basically analyze what exactly the client needs and what solutions will actually help them. And then you custom tailor made the steps or the services, bundle them, and then bid for them.
yeah. Yeah, first I try to offer, if I have a new brand, first thing that I try to do is just to offer them services that will help to understand if they have really good business model, scalable business model or product that is suitable for paid media, because majority of the strategies I work with, they're related to paid media, paid marketing, right? Yeah. And I'll be also do organic strategies, let's say email marketing, conversion rate optimization, which you don't need to pay money for the clicks there. Yeah, you pay a subscription or something like that.
Got it. So what's a typical client journey in all digital? How exactly does the onboarding happens and the others that you follow?
So when it comes to onboarding, do you want to know like how clients came to me, or what do you next?
The entire process. Just say I'm an e-commerce business owner, okay, and I got your referral from one of my friends. And I contacted Alex. I want to basically scale up my business, online store business, sales mainly. How do you go about that? Mainly digital marketing services.
All right. So majority of the clients that came to me, they are mostly people who found me like on Google. Right now, at this moment, I have one of the largest blogs about jewelry marketing in the world. Basically, if you search like jewelry advertising, jewelry conversion rate, jewelry email marketing, and others, I will be on the Google first page. So this is how they find me. And then on my website, I have a pop-up when they just can book a free consultation. And obviously I have a qualification process. I don't like consult for free everyone, right? I do select businesses that I consider are suitable for my services, that they can afford me, right? So I have qualification form that doesn't need me like to call them and qualify them. So everything done automatically in that way. And if I see that, okay, I like this product, I like this brand, I will accept the consultation. And during the consultation, we will discuss about suitable strategies for this brand. And if we have a like good feeling about each other, we just start working and see how it goes from there. Yeah, I don't promise nothing. I always say, okay, this is the risk. You should assume it.
And how does the communication happen like on day-to-day basis with the client? Do you have like certain set of processes in place? Do you have account managers? How exactly like that goes? And what is the like monthly point of contact, or do you do it weekly? How exactly that goes?
Yeah, so everything is pretty happens mostly through WhatsApp as a main communication channel. And then we also use Slack a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Depends on the clients. We have like clients, they don't want to use Slack or they are not familiar with that. They use mostly WhatsApp. I don't prefer to communicate via email. It takes too long to get an answer. So I always try to provide fast communication.
Got it.
WhatsApp, Zoom, Slack, those are the channels we're using to communicate.
Got it.
And mail just mainly for reporting, sending documents.
Got it. Alex, let's move to our today's hot topic. Since you are involved a lot onto high value product, luxury brand marketing. Okay. Can you share with us any case study of the most successful campaign that you have run? And also, what are the main key metrics why you consider it as a successful campaign?
So the most successful case study right now for me, obviously, is my family business, because there are more than 6 years of intellectual and physical work to develop it. And this brand is growing organically and is growing with paid ads as well, combined together. So right now it has 27 ROAS, which is a good, pretty high number for a brand in 6 years. When it comes to most successful campaign, I would say that product is the king. And I don't consider like a campaign itself is the successful. I can consider that the product is the king and the product makes the campaign successful.
Yep. But still,
And
there are like processes that you must have taken care of. There must be like really good marketing content that you have created, creatives that you have used. All of those factors definitely help sell.
so in my case, for example, for that specific case, product itself, like the design of the jewelry, right? So when running paid media campaign, I do select products then that can bring the highest possible level of attention. Marketing for me starts with attention. So the higher the level of attention to your product, the less you will pay to acquire a client in the end.
Yeah.
So my rule is to use products that have very attractive design, and you can basically, I have experience already for many years, and I can see like just visually analyzing the product, and I can say, okay, this is something that is attractive for me. Or basically when I have a client, they can send me all the products they have. I just can scroll and then stop. I see something that attracts my attention and I just use it in the campaign, right? And then
the years of experience you carry into jewelry business, or
yeah, and I think for every marketer, this is something that they do subconsciously. They searching for something that this is something that will give me high CTR, right? So the higher the CTR, the less you'll pay for the click, the lower will be your client acquisition cost. And then obviously once you figure out the product that brings you high level of attention, then you can came up with different creative angles, like you can order videos and stuff like that. But first for me comes product design, and then I can develop something further based on that for that product specific, like videos or something else.
Makes sense. I think that's a pretty good example because you have worked on your family business for quite long now. And I'm sure like you must have run like multiple very successful campaigns for it. And one of the key ingredient here is that you have a very keen eye to shortlist things that will like really hit your target audience and work really well. So makes sense. Is there any horror story the marketing actually stumbled related to high value product?
All right. Yeah, gotcha. So there is a story. Actually, the money that I made with my first blog, I wanted to invest in something else, which was the e-commerce idea. So I started to invest in my e-commerce idea, my own jewelry business. And back in time, I had no one to learn from, specifically e-commerce for jewelry. I had experience with paid media, with marketing, with SEO, like with email marketing. So I already knew about that. Yeah. But I had no experience specifically for jewelry business, e-commerce. Yeah. And I had to learn everything on my own by investing money on education, by investing money, practicing some strategies, and then obviously losing money. And before actually learning everything to get the knowledge that you need for the success in e-commerce niche, I spent around $300,000, right? So this is the money it's not including even like the years that I have to practice everything that I learned.
So that's like a simple revenue, not revenue, but basically simple marketing spend loss. You didn't generate any sales through it, or like how exactly was it?
This is the money that I invested without actually getting profitability. I was minus, right? So obviously I was getting sales, but not at the profitable level. I was doing all the stuff. And in marketing, one single detail can make a significant difference, significant impact. So back then in time, I didn't have enough knowledge about e-commerce analytics, right? So I was just spending money without even analyzing if I'm doing something right or not, right? Then I had to learn the analytics, the economics behind the product, and this made significant impact on how I see the business or how I scale the business.
Got it.
Yeah.
Case study. What was the biggest lesson you learned from this marketing spend? Yeah.
I would say what gets measured gets improved.
Yep.
always measure everything, every KPI when it comes to e-commerce. For example, you can start with like just taking simple cost per add to cart, right?
Yeah.
It's just your first KPI that will give you understanding if it's something that is worth investing or if it's something that is working or not. You don't need to wait spending more until someone buys. Just by analyzing cost per add to cart, you just can clearly say if it's gonna work or not, right? So maybe targeting is wrong, maybe a marketing objective is wrong. So just by simply analyzing one simple KPI, you already can understand
That's actually one of the very key area that every marketer should focus on and build its expertise and roots onto. So makes sense. Let's talk a bit more about all digital marketing services. So basically what processes, methodology and channel, let's include both organic and paid channels that you primarily recommend and utilize for your high value product e-commerce site marketing.
So when it comes to marketing agency, I always start with paid media, and my methodology is very simple.
Okay.
Everything starts with product validation to see if it's economically suitable for paid media. And if that specific project or brand will bring me and my client satisfaction to work together. And usually 1 to 3 months is enough to understand if the project will be something that brings pleasure to you and your client, right? 1 to 3 months, depends from business to business, is enough to understand if the project is scalable or not for me.
Got it. And what are the next steps and like the tools that you primarily utilize for it?
So once product is validated and it has positive return on investment on early stages, then we start scaling it with different marketing channels. This could be Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, Pinterest ads. So we do scale with these channels. And then we also advise investing in SEO as a long-term strategy, because this is something that brings long-term results. Yeah, so the combination of strategies, including email marketing and conversion rate optimization to improve all the performance. Like, I would say we have multi-channel marketing approach and different strategies that actually help each other and improve overall performance of each other.
Got it. So do you utilize the channel just as an initial stage, like all those paid channels primarily just to drag the traffic to the client's site? Or is it something like even on lead nurturing and for the time where the end sales happen, you keep on utilizing all those paid channels? How exactly does that function?
When it comes to paid media, let's say Facebook and Instagram, of course, our strategy is not only bringing clients, but also nurturing them on different levels. You have different levels. For example, you have people who interact with you on Facebook and Instagram, but they don't visit the website. So we do interact using different marketing campaigns. We have marketing campaigns, for example, for people who engage with you on Facebook and Instagram, but they don't visit the website. So we do have nurturing campaigns, let's say, as well. So there's like actually an entire like structure. And like we call it like in our language, we call it prospecting and remarketing, right?
Got it. Okay. Alex, in both your old roles and even your agency right now, content and CRO was always like a big part. So please share a few more key metrics and tools that you use to measure these two things, like content and CRO, and how can you improve onto these factors.
For content, mostly we are focusing on the traffic, right? This is the like content marketing. Let's say we do focus mostly on the traffic a specific keyword can bring us. And based on number of keywords, we came up with a strategy. And yeah, so we don't measure too much on it, but we just try to achieve as much traffic as possible with every keyword that is related to our niche.
Got it.
Yeah, and when it comes to conversion rate optimization, this is very good topic and a very important strategy for us. I did hundreds of conversion rate experiments to achieve the highest possible performance for specific brands. For example, when you have a brand that is even, you need to do something about it. And then you try to do different conversion rate experiments to make it profitable. And as a tool, I always use Google Optimize.
Okay.
Tool, it's free
Yep.
at a certain level. So when we have high-end products, the most important metric for me to measure is add to cart ratio, the percentage of people clicking on add to cart, right? I don't wait until they buy that specific product, right? Because we need to invest even more to validate that hypothesis. So we do measure the percentage of clicks to add to cart clicks, right? But when we have, let's say, $100 to $100 product range, we focus also on conversion metric itself, right? Like purchase. Out of hundreds of experiments, the most efficient for me was when so I had a brand when we did an experiment, and I asked the owner of the brand to create a video about the product when the owner had to speak about that product, just 1 minute video, right? And we did A/B testing, just running simple product page and page with the owner speaking about the product, right? And in that way, we doubled the number of conversions.
Oh,
right?
What
Yes.
was the percentage that you achieved, like conversion percentage?
Before conversion rate optimization, it was 0.87.
Okay.
And after, it was 1.67, something like that.
It's remarkably good, like compared to the old results.
Yeah. So this was one single thing that helped us to make that brand to feel little bit profits. But even like that, the product wasn't scalable with paid media, even like that. So it's not as easy as majority of the business owners thinks. When you try to do, we did all your best, but still the product is not scalable with paid media, especially right now when paid media is changing, the cost of paid media is rising. And in order to succeed, you need to have a really good business model or really good product that has economical potential for scalability.
Makes sense. Makes sense in every way. Let's talk a bit more about lead nurturing. When it comes to like expensive products, definitely that's the most tricky thing. People might show interest looking at a photograph of a product, come to your site, even add to the cart, but not go ahead and purchase it. Do you have any few proven strategies of converting visitors to the real customers?
Yeah. So lead nurturing for me can happen on paid level, on organic level as well. On paid level, the most important thing, as you already know, is segmenting your audience based on their journey, right? And you can do that with paid ads, and you can do it with email, right? And by segmenting, you can show different advertising campaigns. For example, for those people who just visited the website, and you can show different campaigns for those people who just added product to their shopping cart but haven't completed the checkout process. And then you can, in that way, you can not nurture them with different creative and persuade them to buy. So this is the most important thing that you can do with paid media and with organic, like email marketing. Also, another thing is segmentation by number of days, right? You can segment by number of days, and you can show different creatives by number of days. For example, you show them one creative 7 days, and another 7 days you show them another creative. In that way, they are not getting bored seeing the same ad, right? And in that way, you avoid your potential client ignoring you as a brand.
Makes sense. I think segmentation does like really gives you a good edge to keep on remarketing and potentially converting the visitor to your client. That makes perfect sense. So, Alex, basically in your line of business, like especially when you are working for a client who's into high value product business, say jewelry business, okay, I'm sure like there are multiple stages in client journey, right? Where they're considering, first of all, you make them aware When they look into your product, they are now considering you're doing remarketing, and then at the end stage, they finally go ahead and purchase, right? So that time frame basically is something which is way too much. I would love to know a bit more about that. What is like the average time, and what do you consider as a good time when marketing, say, high value jewelry products? And do your clients complain about it? Are there scenarios like that where velocity, basically, that's the term that marketers use, that's something like a primary concern for your clients?
Yes, definitely. Every client is complaining. I don't have that anyone in the world, like in our niche, have someone who is not complaining. Very rarely happens that they're not complaining, but this is something normal, the part of the process.
Yep.
And when it comes to velocity, it really very hard question, to be honest, to answer, but it really depends on the marketing strategy, the platform you're using, your business model, your product. And there's so many details to consider. And right now, I don't have an answer that will work for everyone. So the answer will be different for everyone, but just giving you some ideas. I have projects when we convert potential client into a real client in a matter of days. And in this case, we have, let's say, for example, we can sell unique products. So it's just one product, right? One of a kind. We are not able to produce more than that. Then customer has higher intention to buy right now, right?
Yep.
This is, for example, detail when it comes to like product detail, right? That will influence your marketing performance. And I have projects when we have potential client, when we sometimes can take years to convert potential client into a buyer. And I have multiple examples when, for example, even in my family business, we have buyers, like high-end buyers, who spend a lot with us. They buy only after 2-3 years, constantly seeing, interacting with us. And after like purchase, we are asking for the feedback, and they are saying, "Oh, we were following you for years, and I just decided to buy." You can force them to buy. Some of them are also like, they are skeptical to buy online. But then like constantly seeing that they're becoming more familiar with your brand, especially like when we are using dynamic ads, right? So they're always like seeing new products. So it's different from business to business. You obviously can improve this metric, like velocity, the speed of buying, by using different techniques like low stocks on discounts, if suitable for your brand, because discounts are not suitable for every luxury brand.
I think Alex, especially for high value products, I think the number of sequences, again, like the marketers use, and that is like the need, because of the need. That's also like crazy, somewhere around 30, 40 bare minimum. I've seen like tons of use cases where the marketers are using such sequences, and that is when they're able to convert a potential visitor to client. So that's really tricky.
Even it's very depends from brand to brand. Also, the product is the king as well here. I have businesses like they sell luxury, but their product is not so appealing to the market, and they don't sell at all. And I have businesses who sell luxury, and they have unique products, good photography, pictures, designs, and they sell. So I would say that product is the king here as well. Product will make your brand. And finally, clients will build your brand if they buy.
I think, Alex, we're coming to an end of today's interview, and I would like to have a quick rapid fire with you. So, are you ready for that?
Yeah, this is my first time doing rapid fire.
All right, you just have to answer quickly, whatever comes first to your mind. Okay. Perfect. So, who is your biggest support system, and whom do you give credit of your success?
My mother.
Your next big goal in life?
Build my marketing agency to 8 figures and build my own high-end jewelry brand. High-selling diamonds, big jewelry, big stones.
Name one company and CEO who inspires you.
Elon Musk, Tesla.
Is the favorite of many. What do you do in your free time?
I do a lot of sport in my free time to be mentally healthy. Helps.
Nice. Advice you would give to your younger self?
Test as many ideas as possible. Invest in every idea. Don't regret.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Alex. Really appreciate your time and all the good value that you have added to today's session. I'm sure like our viewers would have enjoyed it a lot. And just let's keep active on our YouTube channel and see the comment that flows in. All right.
Thank you. Thank you a lot for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.